we will read a verse from Srimad Bhagavatam, 8th chapter, the prayer of Queen Kunti and the pain of Yudhishthir, verse 26, page 241. Translation. A man full of pride because of his birth, his beauty, or his position is not able to invoke you, O Krishna. You are realizable only by those who have no possession except your lotus feet. Commentary. The one who develops pride of a materialist person because of a noble birth, of great wealth, a high education, or who has a very beautiful faces, is incapable of invoking the Lord and uttering his name with sincere, pure devotion. That's why Srila Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur says the security of material world is in fact a danger. The position of a devotee of the Lord is excellent. Why? Because his only service is to glorify Krishna. But glorifying Krishna is not possible if somebody has pride. Those who are envious, they need to prepare what they will say, or if they're sitting in front of devotees, they don't have any inspiration to speak. Why? Because in their heart, there's no abandon to Krishna. There's no surrendering to Krishna. Krishna explains that when he sees his devotees suffering, then he's taking out the suffering from their heart. How? By giving them his darshan, the beauty of his form, the perfume of his body, his sweet voice. He can approach them and completely pacify them, make them peaceful. But why they suffer? They suffer because in this world is not giving anything to them, not giving any happiness, nothing. They are conscious, they know that they tried everything already. But in this world, nothing can satisfy them. That's why when Krishna is hiding from them, because this is the play of the Lord, then they start to cry. But the one who has material desire, he's feeling good in this world. And he's running behind something which is not existing in fact. He remains attached to the illusion of the body. When Krishna gives his mercy, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu explains this, when Krishna gives his mercy, it's better if everybody is in the same place to listen to class. Otherwise, to whom I'm speaking? Or I'm not looking at you. So Chaitanya Mahaprabhu explained that when Krishna likes someone and he's taking everything away from him, everything, and this person becomes without any possession in this world. He doesn't have any material objective anymore. This person just becomes focused on the lotus feet of the Lord. Nothing can deviate this person, nothing can deviate his attention. Not to material beauty or nice words, because he knows that everything that people say in this world are false. Nobody, a fallen soul, when she's saying something, nobody can say it will be, she will keep his or her word. A conditioned soul cannot liberate another conditioned soul. She cannot even promise to someone else she will still be here tomorrow. But because we don't have full shelter in Krishna, we cannot understand this truly. We cannot understand this person is bringing this to us, or this person is bringing this in our life. But Srila Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur explains that all of this is just a big cheating. It's a big cheat. Because as soon as we feel that somebody is giving something to us, then we become attached to this word and we become lost. This is what Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur explains. Just analyze this point. Just try to analyze this point. When somebody says to you, "Oh, he's wonderful. This person is wonderful," this is prison. In fact, this is Maya. She's reaching you through this, because you don't see Krishna. You see another object than Krishna, and then you can say, "Ah, this is illusion. This is how we progress. This is not Krishna you're looking. This is not Krishna you're seeing. You're not attached to Krishna. This is just material energy." And you fall in love of somebody who doesn't have any substance. In fact, it's just illusion. You understand? And just because of this, you can see that you made a mistake and what it will give later. You will just go astray more and more far. You can think that it's Krishna. Somebody who's attached cannot think otherwise. He said, in my life, I saw so many devotees say, "Oh, this is mercy of Krishna coming in my life." He said, I saw that. "Oh, this woman, when I'm with her, wow, I can feel Krishna, yes." I saw dozens of devotees like this. But no. When it's Krishna, it's Krishna who's appearing in front of you. It's not a girl, it's Krishna himself. It's directly Krishna who's coming to you, not someone else, not a girl. Maya is very powerful. Maya is powerful. When I was a new devotee, I did a dream with Krishna, but it was not Krishna. It was a ghost who took a form of Krishna. Maya is powerful. She can make you swallow anything, because this is her role. Her job is to hit you so you can get away of this illusion one day. This is her nature. Bhaktivinoda Thakur explained that Maya is like the stone of a blacksmith, and there's 3 hammers hitting this stone. The 3 kinds of suffering caused by maladies, by the weather, by other people, by sickness. And Bhaktivinoda Thakur explained that when these 3 suffering stop in our life, this is what we call happiness. When these 3 kinds of suffering don't touch the jiva anymore, then this is what we call happiness in this world, and it's very rare. And this is what we call happiness. You can enjoy. It's very important to study good, in a good way. If we study the commentaries of the Acharyas, then the illusion cannot catch us, because our intelligence will be virtuous, in virtue, in sattva. This intelligence is nourished by pure knowledge, pure devotional knowledge. And what's the goal of this? What's the job of this intelligence, virtuous intelligence? It's to have discrimination, to discriminate. If our intelligence is more in passion or ignorance, we cannot discriminate, we cannot understand. The mind will take power over the intelligence, and where there's illusion, we will see truth, and when there's truth, we will say, oh no, this is illusion. But the intelligence fed with the scriptures, she's allowing us to know if what I will do next will bring me closer to realization, spiritual realization, or will keep me more in this world, in this material world. So what's interesting is that we all have different spiritual levels. Some people, they are free from lust, for example. So for them to marry in this world, they don't want to get married in this world because they are free from lust. They don't have material desires. But those who have material desires and lust, if they are not married, it's dangerous because they don't have stability in their life. You understand? So they need to engage this lust and those material desires to purify them. That's why, for them, wedding is a good thing. Everybody is different. That's why it exists different ashrams, different situations in this world, with different duties, so that the living being can attain perfection. But the conclusion is not to be that being to go to a wedding or to get married is a bad thing. No, this is not the point. There's a way of doing it. If we do things for Krishna, if we want things for Krishna, then all our problems will disappear, purified. But if inside of us there's a desire to get satisfied, because we see something else in Krishna, we see a man or a woman, then attachment will grow and spiritual problems will come in our lives. If you have an attachment other than Krishna, then it means it's already started in you. Because we cannot have attachment to truth and to illusion at the same time. When there's illusion, there's no truth. And when there's truth, there's no illusion. That's why we need to accept a situation for Krishna. Just for him, we need to accept this situation. This is very important. Speak for Krishna, love for Krishna, eat for Krishna. Go to work for him, to clean the places for him. Otherwise, if we do something, an activity other than from the Lord, it will bring us karmic reactions. So it means this is interested action. And this, karma kanda, Acharya explained, it's bringing us more and more in the circle of death and birth. This is intelligence. This is virtuous intelligence. We will be able to understand who I need to accept in my life to attain my spiritual goal, my spiritual success. The people we accept in our lives need to have qualities. Because if they don't have qualities, we will not be able to change ourselves and to change them. And that's why the person we're going to get married with needs to have qualities. Spiritual qualities, not material qualities. Srila Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur explained something interesting, and this is for everybody, it's not just for one person. He says that the material qualities are not proof of spiritual devotion. There's people very kind who have no devotion to Krishna, And there's people who are very angry very fast, but who can have great devotion to Krishna and be fixed. This is what Vishwanath Chakravarti explains. So we could say, but this is strange, because devotion means qualities. But great Vaishnavas like Bhaktivinoda Thakur explains that devotion can enter even in a heart which is very lusty. Because devotion, Bhakti Devi, she can interact in any situation. She's merciful. She can touch all kind of living beings. But a person who has qualities, she can become prideful. This is the point of this verse that we just read. This person thinks, this is mine. But in fact, qualities are not his. Everything comes from the Lord. So such a person who's thinking, I have qualities, how can she address to the Supreme Lord, who's the source of his qualities? It's not possible for him to address to him. We can address the Lord once that everything is linked to him. But as soon as we think something is ours, but in fact it's the Lord's, then we're cheated already. That's why somebody who's prideful, who thinks this is my quality, those are my qualities, he's lost in this world. He can chant, he can practice, but there's no real connection, because he thinks by himself, I will maintain somebody else, I will take care of somebody. This is a proof that this person is in illusion. A Vaishnava will never think that he can maintain something just by himself, by his power. A Vaishnava never thinks like this, because he has the Lord in his heart, he sees him in the heart, and he sees the Lord in the heart of all living beings, and he knows that only the Lord can maintain someone. So the person who has virtuous intelligence, he can understand that the person saying this, he's a cheater. It's Maya who's trying to attract me through this person. This is what a Vaishnava thinks, really. He can see Maya. He sees the illusory energy. But the person who is not qualified, who doesn't have a vision, he falls in this trap. And then he thinks, oh, I will be happy in this world. I will find a good position, a good situation in this world. And this is logical. If you analyze the situation, who's speaking? When the person says, oh, I will protect you, I will give you everything, I will make you happy. Is it not the Maya who's speaking, illusory energy? How a conditioned soul, what kind of shelter can give a conditioned soul? Do you understand? This is what we call pride. Even if we suffer, even if we are not liberated ourselves, we say that we make other people believe that we're not suffering and that we can protect them. And this is what all living beings in this world are doing. Everybody is doing this. Parents, husband or wife, they're all doing this. And the rare moments when suffering is too much strong on them, then they say the truth. Oh, I'm suffering. And then you can see that their words don't have any power. And there's always a contradiction in this word. Oh, I will protect you, don't worry. And 2 days after, oh, I'm feeling bad myself. Oh, it's difficult. But this is terrible. Because the person who was hearing this word, who needed help, what he will do now? You understand? This is just like a circle. It's a false guru who's teaching to another false guru. But if both of them have a virtuous consciousness, intelligence, they will say, Krishna will help us to get out of this situation. We're in illusion right now, but we're together. So it's to liberate ourselves, to help each other to liberate ourselves. And from this point, a couple can become very serious and attain the success. That's why Prabhupada was saying Man and woman, since the beginning they are together, they teach each other to detach themselves. They help each other to detach. And these are a man and a woman with spiritual, virtuous intelligence. They have consciousness that attachment between man and woman is the chain which is binding all living beings to the circle of birth and death, the shackles of sexual life. It's explained that from Brahma to the small ants, all persons in this universe are chained to this sexual life. That's why Krishna says himself, the person who can get out of these lusts, can become free from these lusts, it's very rare. He can be free really. So what's happening? When we fall under the power of Cupid, when Cupid is capturing us, when this illusion comes inside of us and we fall in love with somebody else, even if we cultivate knowledge, we will interpret this knowledge. As soon as we are attached, it's finished. We will see something else. We will interpret our whole philosophy in a different point of view through our attachment. Because attachment is like a pair of glasses. You put them in front of your eyes and you see everything different. What is in your heart is what you will see outside. It will be your vision, what you have in your heart. That's why we need the guru. But it's not easy. Because guru means the one who can cut this illusion. But when we're attached, it's hurting us. Because as soon as we hear the word of the guru, we say, he's not for me, he's hurting me. This is the proof that there is an attachment. But it's a universal teaching, in fact. Prabhupada is speaking through this, all his book. Vishwanath is always speaking of this. Vaishnavas are always speaking about this attachment. But when we have this attachment, when we listen to these kind of words, we're saying, he's speaking to me. He's trying to beat me. Because this is our attachment who will manifest. So this means Maya caught us already. But if this person is virtuous and sincere, she can see that she has an attachment, and she will be able to situate herself again on the path, and she will accept a different link, in the sense that she will think again about her position right now, and she will see that this position is good for me or not. Should I leave this position or not? A Vaishnava is always thinking about himself like this. He's always checking, always putting himself back on the way. Because he's interested only by Krishna, not by anything else. He just wants the shelter of the lotus feet of the Lord. So as soon as this shelter of the lotus feet of Krishna is going away, he's thinking about his situation again. But if there's attachment, it's impossible. Attachment is making us unable to situate ourselves again and to ask questions to ourselves again. So at one point, it's become stronger and stronger, and after we fall down. So if we have good intelligence, we will reject this attachment. But if the spiritual experience was not strong enough, we will not be able, and we will need to take birth again in this world. It's not so simple. And those are not just words. That's why we see some devotees, even at 50 or 60 years old, instead of going away of married life, they start again to get married once more. Narayan Maharaj said that this is falling down. When somebody is getting married at 50 or 60 years old, he says that it's fall down from spiritual life. Why? Because this person gratified his senses through family life. He's not detached. If at 50 years old he wants to start again. But family life is made for detach ourselves from this world, not to take pleasure in this world. It's not a new man or a new woman or anything else that will change your situation in this world. Your problem first is in your heart. So yes, it's true that if we are not strong enough spiritually, what we will do? So that's why for a person who has too much attachment, too much weakness, spiritually speaking, it's better for this person to take again a family life and to try to detach himself. But it's not sure that it will work. It's not so much simple. It's not so simple. Because we need to accept at this moment family life with virtuous intelligence by thinking of the mistake we did before in the past already. This is very important because life is a teaching. Life is a guru for us. Everything that we did can bring us virtuous intelligence. Because failure is bringing us to understand that we went away from the path. But it doesn't mean that this person who went away has a real experience of spiritual life, because she went away from the spiritual path. So she doesn't have a true spiritual experience for the moment. If somebody went away from 5 years, 10 years, 30 years from the spiritual way, if he went away, he can come back, but with the same weakness. So it's not so simple. In true spiritual advancement, what we earned already, we will always come back with the same progress. In our past life, we progressed. In this life, we progressed also. So we can have this spiritual progress, but we cannot invent a spiritual progress, because Krishna, he reciprocates with the feeling of the devotee, and the feeling of the devotee, what we call devotion, is what we call spiritual progress or level. So ultimately, material life is not easy at all. So that's why we need to take time to think. Time must be an introspection of everything we did in our life. Did I succeed in this life? And if no, why? There's an answer. Krishna, if we pray him sincerely, from all our heart, he can give us intelligence. And he can make that we will not do this mistake again. And from this point, then we will understand that we lost time in this life. We wasted time, but that nothing is lost finally. We can always have a new start, a new beginning. This is the mercy of the Lord. It's that finally, when we're going away from Krishna, Krishna is always staying with us. But when we're going away, we're losing the taste. To chant, the taste to offer food, the taste to be with the Vaishnava all the time, the taste to serve the mission of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. That's why we're going away. That's why our consciousness becomes covered by material energy. So, the situation we have, she's not making us happy. Nobody is happy in this kind of situation. What she will think, this person? Oh, I wasted my existence. But as soon as I'm coming back with the devotees, I'm feeling better. So this new start, this start again of the devotional service will bring answers. It's like an introspection. When you're going away, you're losing your spiritual energy. You become like sleepy. But when you reconnect yourself to the Sankirtan movement, then life is coming again. So then, automatically, what's happening? You can see the difference in your life. And you can understand that the more you will increase spiritual life, then the more you will be happy. It's not difficult. But the situation of the person, is it now, right now, really making him or her able to dive fully in spiritual life? Because material life is taking time away from this person, so she doesn't have time for spiritual life. Maya, she's doing like this, she's putting people in jail with duties, work. You see people outside when you distribute books in the streets. It's even difficult to stop them in the streets. They say, "Oh, I don't have time, I don't have time." They're working 10 hours per day, 15 hours per day. What time they have to practice? It's not easy. That's why it's taking a lot of lives sometimes to attain spiritual success. But Krishna is never forgetting his devotee. As soon as we call him once by chanting his name, Hare Krishna, Hare Ram, with sincerity, then Krishna never he will leave this devotee. But it doesn't mean that he's forcing him to come back to him. He's accompanying him, he's near him, and as soon as this person is tired, then he's taking care of him and he's bringing him back. Don't think that everybody in this life will come back to Krishna. It's not true. The proof is that even if Krishna would come, we can see the story with Narada Muni, for example. Narada Muni, he had the boon that he could deliver anyone. But living beings, they are not ready to come back to Krishna because they still think, I have something to accomplish in this world. I have a duty in this world, which is more important. This is what we call illusion. So it's not easy. So the goal is to accomplish the maximum in this life and in the best way that we can. Prabhupada, once more, he was saying this: very rare are the person who will come back to Krishna, but Krishna is ready to help them personally. He's ready to give them everything. So somebody who's sincere, he's never in shortage of anything, of mercy. It's because we have desires. It's because we are very independent. We want our small little life. This is the material sickness. We want our life. But is this small life, does she have a place in the kingdom of Krishna, in the life of Krishna? And this is what we should ponder about. This is what we should think. Is it the kingdom of God I'm creating or the kingdom, my kingdom? Think about this. How much space Krishna has in my heart and how much he's revealing his abode to me right now. It's not easy. We can even live in a temple and create our small kingdom in our room with our bed, even if we have nothing, just three shelves, nothing. So it's very subtle material contamination. So we can lose this independence. How? By serving the spiritual affiliation, by serving the Vaishnavas. Because Vaishnavas, they engage us in the service of Radha and Krishna, in the service of Mahaprabhu, in the service of Prabhupada. They have this power. And then, from then, when we accept their instruction, we can understand that we don't have independence anymore. And what's very mystical about this and wonderful is that we will obtain everything through this, because through the instruction of the Vaishnava, love of God is coming through us, spiritual vision is coming to us, full liberty is coming from the three gunas is coming. The soul is getting free from the slavery to three gunas. It's very wonderful. That's why the only solution we have at the immature level in spiritual life, like Srila Prabhupada was saying, is to take the instruction of the Guru, put them on our heads. It's like the pride of the disciple, the instruction of his Guru. And Prabhupada was the personification of this, of the perfect disciple. We rarely saw somebody like him who was able to do the instruction of his Guru like this. We can maybe think also that Krishna, he put him in power to satisfy his Gurudev. So, whatever, Shri Guru is one. Guru is one. Because the original Guru is Krishna. finally, it's Krishna who's interacting through the spiritual master. So if we accept the instruction of this spiritual master, then whatever situation will be, married or not, we can be renunciates, whatever, it's not important anymore. Because success is forced to come. Success is here. Whatever the activity you're doing, whatever people are thinking about you. Because this instruction of the spiritual master, Radha and Krishna are present in them. The spiritual abode is present in this instruction. Your service, your form, everything will get revealed to you by this instruction. And this instruction is applicable by everyone. There's instruction universe that are for everybody, and there's personal instructions, because everybody is different. Everybody has different weaknesses. But without Guru, we're doing pious activity at best, but not transcendental activities. Because it's the instruction of the Guru who's making the mercy of Radharani coming through the Guru, coming through the service. And this mercy is bringing us to the spiritual world. By ourselves, we don't have a power for this. This needs to come down from the spiritual world to the spiritual master to us. And from this point, then we can understand that everybody can be free, everybody can attain success. There's no good birth or bad situation, because the Guru, he can give to everybody a personal instruction who will fit perfectly this person. This is mercy. You understand? That's why we need the spiritual master. So Krishna, when he says Tadvidi Praprasana, search for someone who knows me, who has a connection with me. Serve this person, ask him questions with submission, and this person will reveal everything to you. Everything that you need, he will give to you. So how this is happening? Through the instruction of the spiritual master. The person who has faith in this instruction, Krishna is revealing everything to him. There's this famous verse that Prabhupada was always saying, the one who has faith in Krishna and Guru at the same level, all Vedic knowledge is revealed in his heart. So Vedic knowledge means Krishna. Krishna says, the goal of the Veda is to know me. So this is very profound words, and it's very simple at the same time. But independence is the problem. The instruction of my Guru, no, I'm not sure. So it's very difficult to keep the instruction of the Guru. It means a sacrifice. It may look simple, but Maya is always coming to propose stuff to us. And then the instruction, because the disciple, he wants independence, but the instruction of the Guru is taking away this independence. She's taking away illusion. So the disciple, he's suffering. He's feeling oppressed by the Guru. But in fact, the spiritual master, he wants the best for the disciple. He's the best friend of the disciple. But why there's a lot of disciples who are disobeying the spiritual master? They don't attain success. So in the next life, Krishna will make them able to continue. In another one, there's people who are doing this for thousands of lives and they can never attain success. Why? Because they want to do like they want. But this is a false understanding. We're obliged to do the same activity. For example, we're walking, we're eating, we're drinking, we need to work. But if we receive the instruction, we just need to apply it. She's intern. It's a consciousness that we receive through this instruction. And from this point, we do the same activity as before. But when we think that I want freedom, I want to do things by myself, then from this, we can feel the spiritual master from somebody far away from us who wants to destroy me. And it's logical. There's a lot of devotees, disciples who are falling down because of this. And they really feel that the spiritual master was a bad experience for them. Anyway, when we're thinking about this, it's just a question before we will reject our Guru. So we need to receive this intelligence, to be able to rectify ourselves, and then we'll find true happiness. In fact, the true authorized bona fide spiritual master is not somebody who wants to manipulate his disciple. No, he wants his good, his best good. He is always adapting to his disciple, but sometimes it cannot accept anything, it's true, because otherwise he would be useless. There's things we can do and there's things we cannot do. Otherwise, he's just somebody who wants to be worshipped and to say yes, yes, yes. Oh, Gurudev, can I do this? Yes, you have my benedictions. Oh, can I do this? Yes, you have my mercy. Can I do this? For you, no, it's not the best. Why? I want to do this. This is the problem, you understand? It's not so simple. Why? Because all disciples have a different vision from the Guru. When we have a vision of the Guru on a transcendental platform, transcendental vision, what the Guru is saying to us is wonderful. But when we have a material vision of the Guru, a body conception of the Guru, what he will say, it can be wonderful if it's good for us in our life, if we think in this way. But finally, we can see some disciples they have qualified disciples, but they will take another shiksha, another instructing devotee, another guru, because their guru is not fulfilling their desire. They don't obtain what they want to this guru. So, Krishna is merciful. He understands that it's difficult. So he is always helping the disciple in his work. And one day, the disciple, he's obtaining more intelligence, and then he can change his life and change his bad mentality. Lord is love, but he cannot really go inside the illusion with us. The illusory world is not his world. So when we're going in this, he is observing from afar. But he's always accompanying the living being, always, life after life, until he attains perfection. And automatically what's happening? When we're near to perfection, we can feel in our heart that Krishna was always there near us. And we can feel that we did a lot of mistakes very often. And we understand how Krishna loved us all this time. He always loved us. Because what Krishna loves inside of us is our potential to become his associate. It's our true quality. It's not our illusion. Sometimes the neophyte devotees or intermediate stage, sometimes these devotees, they can still have some kind of a twisted vision of the relation of Krishna through the body and relation with Krishna through our spiritual form. Sometimes religious people, they want to serve the Lord with the body, the material body. But with this body, it's not possible. This body is not perfect. So the relation we have is what we call abhas. It's like a shadow. It's not that we need to reject them. Krishna accepts these visions, but they're not completely pure visions. So when the realization is on this level, abhas, those realizations, they are bringing us to love Krishna, yes, it's true, but they not allow us to understand an eternal situation, an eternal relation with Krishna. So we can see sometimes that these realizations, when the disciple is not on a high platform of consciousness, he can think about this experience he had and become prideful and speak to them about other people and say to other, oh, I have realizations, I have spiritual realizations. So this is happening all the time. It's like this pride is always this pride for recognition. Raghunath Goswami explained that it's going away from us very difficultly, but Krishna is merciful. So automatically, his sincere devotee he will always rectify him, and the end is humility. A sincere devotee, he's naturally thinking, "Oh, what did I do in this life? I wasted so much time to do nothing." Sri Narottam Das Thakur, he's very often praying like this. "I lost my time, oh Lord, I didn't worship your lotus feet. At every moment I could develop my bhakti. But at the time of death, we will understand all the time that we wasted in this life. And we will see when the time will come for us. We will understand everything that we did wrong, everything that we lost, the time that we lost." So, Srila Prabhupada explains that we should never lose any moments, even 1 second. It's difficult, so at least we should waste really minimum time, really try our best to take every moment to serve the Lord, whatever the situation we're in. You can raise a child for Krishna. You can do studies, you can study for Krishna, but do it for Krishna, because it will bring the same fruit otherwise. What we need to understand also, last point I will do today, when an activity is secondary, for example, worshipping or like reading the Bhagavatam, this can illusion us also, because we're coming into contact with things which are in material life. Unless we're a pure devotee, it's very difficult to make everything pure devotional service. So Srimad Bhagavatam and deity worship are, but unless we're a pure devotee, it's difficult to make another activity become pure devotional service. So this is taking time. So we need to understand all of this and think about all these points and have the strength to rectify our life. Everybody is different. We cannot say to people, "Oh, you're in illusion right now." Because a person who's conditioned, she's not doing this on purpose. It's not her fault. You understand? So, if we don't adapt our teaching and the instruction for somebody who has such or such mentality or such consciousness, then it cannot work. But what's wonderful is that whatever consciousness we have right now, mercy, if we accept him, if we accept this mercy, if we follow the instruction of the Vaishnava, then this mercy can liberate anyone. This is what's beautiful. Whatever, you can be born like a demon, you can be born in a Vaishnava family, whatever. We need to understand that Krishna can speak to anyone in a very simple way or a very sophisticated way, very complicated way also. But as soon as we realize, experiment the spiritual form of the Lord, then we start to live on another platform. There's no more question of material birth, of material knowledge or intelligence. As soon as we have transcendental experience, then everything is perfect. And this is the beauty of our way, of our path, is that everybody can attain success at one condition only, that we have the desire to attain this perfection. If we have another desire and we're running behind pride, and then it will not appear in our life. Thank you very much.